Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mythlok with your host Nitin Nair. Last episode we went ahead and had a look at the amazing world of Philippine mythology, and in this episode we've decided not to travel too far but focus on the other really exciting mythology from the same region of Southeast Asia, Malaysian mythology. Now, Malaysia is today an Islamic country with a majority of the population following the Islamic faith, but that was not always the case. The adoption of Islam as the state religion happened a few decades ago, where Sultan or the ruler of the country decided to convert to Islam and the general population just followed suit. But prior to this happening, Malaysia had a very vibrant mythological system and indigenous religions, multiple gods, folklore, traditions, etc. that still have a very important role in today's general population and their belief systems. Even today, the influence of other mythologies like Indian and Hindu mythology are quite strong because of the huge influx of migration from southern India, especially Tamil Nadu, into Malaysia, which has resulted in a subculture being formed in Malaysia that has very strong roots with India and especially Dravid and Tamil culture. One of the more interesting aspects of ancient Malaysian mythology is the concept of having different characters who are produced due to black magic. One of the characters that we are going to cover today actually has its basis in black magic and is known as a Toyol. A Toyol or a Tuyul is an undead infant that appears in folklore in Southeast Asian countries in general, but especially in Malaysian mythology. It is considered a helper by local shamans who are also known as the Dukun or Bomo, who practice black magic. The primary use of the Toyol is to steal from the rich, just like the Babi Nekpit from the Indonesian mythology. In villages, people keep these creatures for various reasons, such as to steal or sabotage. With special rituals, a Toyol can be made to be powerful and lethal. Usually, the Toyol is kept in a jar in a dark place until needed or buried under the ground. Once the use of the Toyol does not exist, it is either buried deep or disposed at sea. The curse of an improperly disposed Toyol can stay with the family for generations. The Toyol is often described as a toddler who is almost naked. In modern times, it's been given a similar appearance to that of a goblin with green skin and pointed ears, which isn't the traditional way that Toyol was originally depicted. The Toyol is known by different names in various cultures and traditions. The Malay word Toyol is Tuyul in Indonesian and Javanese. It is also known as Kohinkro in Khmer and Kui Kia in Hokkien. In Thai mythology, the male version of the Toyol is called a Kumarn Thong. Toyols can be used to do tasks for their owners, which mainly include stealing, causing harm, helping in gambling, creating a nuisance, or in some very rare cases, even murder. The Toyol is very attracted to the owner and gets stronger every year. The presence of another child in the house incites extreme jealousy in the Toyol, who then tries to harm its owner and the child. The Toyol is usually passed on from parents to children as a protector of the family, and there are many rules that have to be kept in mind while taking care of the Toyol, which makes it a very difficult task. Although useful in many ways, Toyols are not particularly smart and get distracted easily like small children. Some ways people use to save themselves from Toyol is to have lots of toys and marbles in their house. All valuables are also kept near a mirror, as Toyols are scared of their own reflection. Even today, many families in Malaysia and other parts of Southeast Asia have a jar with a Toyol at home. They are now popular characters in many TV shows and cartoons. Interesting fact is that the Hollywood movie Gremlins was also loosely based on the rules used to take care of a Toyol. Now, black magic is something that has always been discussed as having evil connotations, and almost all cultures in the world have some influence of black magic because it is part of the same duality that says where good exists, so does evil. Where good magic exists, so does black magic or bad magic. And we will explore a lot more characters that are really interesting because of this whole black magic element behind it. Thank you very much for tuning into another episode of Mythlok. This is your host Nitin Nair signing off and reminding you that Mythlok is the home of mythology.